2018 was $1,404. Due to healthcare costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for healthcare? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It is June the 12th and 56 degrees here in downtown Glasgow. Hope you're enjoying this start to your morning. We're going to get started with our birthday list for today. I want to first off say happy birthday to Leslie Kinslow, Mary Ann Simmons, Pat Edwards, Eric Williams. Happy birthday to Heather Bennett. We've got Carrie Button on the list. Micah Pence has a birthday. Kimberly Delk Sanderson with a birthday. Carrie Bale. Tim Allen. Clifton Smith Sr., happy birthday to you from your brothers James and William. Happy birthday, 23 years old, for Caitlin Vaughn from your grandfather. And we just added Michelle Williams to the birthday list. We have anniversaries today, 35 years for Doug and Shannon Reed, and also the anniversary of Jeff and Beth Hinckley. And we're patting on the back today is good as gold, Carrie Kerr. If you see Carrie Kerr around town, tell them they're good as gold from their friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas, where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. And, of course, Carrie is our Good as Gold person of the day for today. We'll have two more Good as Gold honorees, and then we'll have the drawing on Friday for the free meal to a little taste of Texas. We're live on Facebook, Periscope, and on YouTube, as well as watch WCLU, play WCLU.com. And on Facebook Live this morning, Sharon Peterson says good morning. And, of course, there's Donita Runyon up and at it this morning saying good morning. Roberta Houchins, good morning to you as well. Appreciate you dropping us a line this morning. Now, what we need to do is we need to check on the weather forecast. Here is Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel.
We'll continue to see the clouds go on the increase. Not much rain, and then this afternoon's when our best chance will be. 77. Tonight, still the chance of showers and thunderstorms might get a break early after midnight, maybe around coming on through 55. Showers tomorrow morning, and then the improvements start coming in. Sun for the afternoon, but a cool 70 degrees. Friday, more sun than clouds, 78. Saturday, more clouds than sun, 84. Father's Day, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's take a look at the current conditions that we have right now. We are at 82% humidity. The barometer's at 30.01. Winds are east at 3 miles an hour. No precipitation in the last 24 hours, but we do have a pretty good chance of it today. So keep that in mind as we go along. Right now it's 56 degrees at 6:13. Up next, it's Brennan Crane with the news. Stay tuned.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. An arrest has been made in the case involving the recent robbery at Glasgow's White Castle. According to the Glasgow Police Department, police made an arrest Monday in connection to the June 5th robbery. A detective with the department arrested John Evan Meredith of Glasgow on an arrest warrant. He was charged with second-degree robbery. The Hart County Sheriff Department and the Barron River Drug Task Force assisted the Glasgow Police Department in the investigation, according to a news release. Kentucky State Police have arrested a woman after a traffic stop earlier this week. Kentucky State Police say a trooper was on routine patrol Monday in Russell Springs when he initiated a traffic stop on Kentucky 430 on a 2002 Mercury. Police searched the vehicle and located a pill grinder and prescription medications. The driver, Edith Long, was arrested and charged with failure to maintain insurance, first offense, DUI, second offense, having no operator's license, second-degree possession of a controlled substance, drug unspecified, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Long was lodged in the Russell County Detention Center. A former Western Kentucky University student who drunkenly shot his friend and was sentenced to 4 years in prison for reckless homicide is being released after only 125 days. The Bowling Green Daily News reported Monday a Kentucky judge granted 22-year-old Peter Gall a kind of early release meant for first-time offenders convicted of low-level felonies. Gall said he didn't mean to kill his friend and fellow WKU student Alex Davis in September 2017. He testified that in his drunken state, he, quote, decided just to try and scare him. He said he, quote, began to jab and mess with him. That's when the gun went off. The paper says Judge John Grice faulted Gall's poor judgment, immaturity, and alcohol. Davis's parents said nothing can bring back their son. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday morning around 5:32 a.m. at Donley Drive. Glasgow Fire, Glasgow Police, and Barron Metcalf EMS all responded. There was a tractor fire yesterday around 6:26 a.m. at 695 Park Crosby Road. Hinesville Fire Department and Barron Metcalf EMS responded. And there was a grill fire yesterday around 6:16 in the evening. The incident supposedly occurred at 8020 Burkesville Road. Temple Hill Fire, East Barron Fire, and Summershade Fire responded. We have 617, 56 degrees. Stay tuned. We have more local news straight ahead.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I.D. to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
Kentucky State Police say a man was killed and a trooper injured in an exchange of gunfire at a house near where officers were serving a search warrant. The man who was killed was one of several people who came out of the house after police arrived at a nearby location in Perry County on Monday evening. Police said the man was armed with a gun and refused to obey when told to drop the weapon. A news release from police said gunfire was exchanged, injuring one trooper and fatally wounding the armed man. The injured trooper was hospitalized overnight. Police didn't identify the man who was killed or the injured trooper. A Kentucky deputy shot and paralyzed by police during an arrest says he was more concerned about getting shot by the inexperienced officers than the actual bad guys. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Scott County Deputy James Morales' concerns are detailed in a state police file on the September shooting. The newspaper recently obtained the file through a public records request. Morales was shot while assisting other departments arrest Florida robbery suspect Edward Reynolds, who was armed and killed. An investigation found he never fired his weapon. Morales told investigators that the officers didn't have the tactical experience to be at the high-stress scene. The case file says the state police investigators won't say which officer shot Morales without studying the bullet, which is still lodged in Morales' spine. The Southern Baptist Convention has opened a national meeting that will be dominated by discussion of a large-scale sex abuse crisis. Delegates are expected to adopt new abuse prevention measures and consider a proposal making it easier to expel churches that mishandle abuse cases. J.D. Greer is president of the nation's largest Protestant denomination. Greer said at Tuesday's opening session that the SBC faced a, quote, defining moment that would shape the church for generations to come. Pressure on the church has intensified in recent months due in part to news reports asserting that hundreds of Southern Baptist clergy and staff have been accused of sexual misconduct over the past 20 years, including dozens who returned to church duties. The meeting comes as U.S. Catholic bishops convene to address a sex abuse crisis in the Catholic Church. An education assistance program has been expanded to include soldiers at Fort Campbell as well as Army Reserve and National Guard soldiers throughout Kentucky. The Army Credentialing Assistance Program provides funding for training and classes that lead to certificates, licensures, and credentials in more than 1,600 occupations. Testing of the program began last year at Fort Hood, Texas, and it's now available at Fort Campbell and to Kentucky National Guard and Reserve soldiers who live in and actively drill with a unit in Kentucky. Soldiers may receive up to $4,000 a year in combined tuition assistance and credentialing assistance funds. The program is planned to expand again next year to include soldiers throughout the Army. The program is administered under Army Human Resources Command, located at Fort Knox. And the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services has set up a new website for a transition-age youth in the foster care system. The Cabinet says the new website is part of a rebranding project for the state's independent living program for youths in the system. The web-based portal KentuckyRise.ky.gov will be accessible to the public beginning June 24th. It's called Kentucky Rise, which stands for Resources for Independence, Success, and Empowerment. It will contain a link for foster youth to complete an application and receive vital records like a birth certificate. The portal will also have a link to a summer employment initiative. More than 80 employers with various opportunities have signed on for this year's program. We have 622, 56 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Kentucky State Police trooper is recovering after being shot during a gun battle in which a suspect was killed. It happened in Perry County. Trooper Jody Sims says officers were executing a search warrant at a home when the suspect pulled a gun.
And they too gave commands for the individual to drop the firearm, at which time there was an exchange of gunfire.
The suspect was killed. A trooper was shot, but he's recovering from his injuries. An inmate is back in custody after walking away from a Lexington correctional facility. Jonathan Hensley was captured in Kenton County less than a week after escaping the Blackburn Correctional Complex. He's now charged with receiving stolen property and firearms counts. Hensley is serving 25 years for burglary and receiving stolen property. The Kentucky Horse Racing Commission has filed a motion to dismiss a lawsuit seeking to have the results of Kentucky 145 reversed.
The owners of disqualified Kentucky Derby winner Maximum Security filed a federal lawsuit claiming the disqualification violated their rights. The commission has now filed a motion to dismiss in U.S. District Court, again emphasizing that the stewart's ruling was final and not subject to appeal, a policy that's been in effect for over 60 years. In the meantime, Maximum Security's owner has offered $20 million of his own money if any of the four horses that placed ahead of his horse can beat him again in a race for the remainder of 2019. I'm Haley Hansen.
A new study shows that Kentucky counties treat bail for crimes in vastly different ways. The study was released by the Berea-based Kentucky Center for Economic Policy. It says where people live in the state determines whether people face a steeper bail that keeps them in jail. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Get ready to experience Keeneland like never before. Introducing Railbird, August 10th and 11th in Lexington, Kentucky. See the Raconteurs, Hosier, Tyler Childers, Brandy Carlisle, and over 30 acts on the grounds at Keeneland. Also featuring live off-track betting, curated bourbon, equine culture, and more. Tickets on sale now at railbirdfest.com. Railbird, August 10th and 11th, Lexington, Kentucky. Get in the action at railbirdfest.com.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Celebrate your memories. No two funerals are exactly alike. Personalization is a valuable consideration, whether the ceremony is elaborate or simple. Funerals are often individualized to reflect the life and values of the deceased.
This is Follis Crow. It may reflect one's occupation, hobbies, or a lifetime of photo memories. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
It is 6:26, 56 degrees in downtown Glasgow. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Joyce Jean Johnson, age 73 of Munfordville, passed away Tuesday at the Medical Center at Caverna. She is survived by two sons, Troy Trulock of Munfordville and Todd Trulock of Jacksonville, Florida. No services are scheduled for Joyce Jean Johnson. Burial of the remains will be at the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Seago Funeral Home is assisting the family with arrangements. Randall McCoy, age 75 of Summershade, died Monday. Funeral arrangements will be announced later by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Beatrice B. Annie Coulter, age 100 of Indianapolis, passed away Saturday. She was born in Barron County to the late Thurman and Alma Mary Britt. She was a member of Indianapolis Baptist Temple, where she loved attending. She is survived by her daughter, Patsy Muffler, grandchildren Michelle Mears and Alicia Huffman, great-grandchildren Zachary Rickett, Kristen Edwards, Tristan and Dylan Huffman, and one sister, Nora Bird. Funeral services for Beatrice B. Annie Coulter will be at noon on Friday at Hardy & Son Funeral Home, Smiths Grove Chapel, with burial in the Pleasant Grove Cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until noon on Friday at the funeral home. Guy Gross, age 89 of Big Clifty, passed away Sunday at the Medical Center at Bowling Green. He was a farmer and a member of First Shrewsbury Holiness Church. Surviving are two sons, Jackie Gross of Big Clifty and Buddy Gross of Mount Washington. Two daughters, Macy May Terry and Mary Hudson, both of Big Clifty. 16 grandchildren, 27 great-grandchildren, and 18 great-great-grandchildren also surviving. Funeral services for Guy Gross will be at 11 a.m. Thursday at Grayville Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Decker Cemetery in Annetta. Visitation will be from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. today and after 9 a.m. on Thursday. Eddie Elliott, age 96 of Clarkson, died Sunday in Litchfield. Eddie was a mechanic and a member of Ali United Baptist Church. He is survived by one daughter, Joyce Elliott Stanson, one granddaughter, Robin Loxton, and one great-granddaughter, Keisha Vincent of Clarkson, and one great-great-granddaughter, Emma Grace Vincent of Clarkson. Funeral services for Eddie Elliott will be at 3 p.m. Thursday at the Ali United Baptist Church, with interment in the Vincent Cemetery. Visitation is after 11 a.m. today at the Patton Funeral Home, Brownsville Chapel, and after 10 a.m. Thursday at the Ali United Baptist Church. Mary Sue Cheney Meredith, age 70 of Bowling Green, died Tuesday at the Medical Center. She was a retired employee of the Medical Center and attending the Church of Christ. Her survivors include her husband, Charles Meredith, her son, C.J. Meredith, and two grandchildren, Andrew and Kenley Meredith, and two brothers as well. Funeral services for Mary Sue Cheney Meredith will be at 11 a.m. Thursday at Hardy & Son Funeral Home, Bowling Green Chapel, with burial in the Plum Spring Cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 to 8 p.m. today at the funeral home. Funeral services for Johnny LaRon Williams, age 46 of Cub Run, will be at 11 a.m. Thursday at the Union Light Missionary Baptist Church, with interment in the Union Light Church Cemetery. Visitation is in progress at the Patton Funeral Home, Brownsville Chapel, and afternoon today at the church. Memorial contributions may be to the Johnny Williams Memorial and may be left at the funeral home. Funeral services for Stanley Lee Ford will be at 1 p.m. Thursday at Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton with burial in the Edmonton Cemetery. Visitation will be from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight and after 9 a.m. Thursday morning at the funeral home. Funeral services for Thomas Tommy Eugene Shriver, age 85, of Bowling Green, will be at 2 p.m. today at the J.C. Kirby and Son Lovers Lane Chapel, with burial to follow in the Bowling Green Gardens. Donations can be made to Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Graveside services for Flora Whittle Cook, age 83, of Cleveland, will be at 2 p.m. today at the Patton Funeral Home, Brownsville Chapel, with interment in the Smith Grove Cemetery. Funeral services for Betty June Sherfy, age 69, of Glasgow, will be at 2 p.m. today at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home, with burial in the Poplar Log Cemetery. Funeral services for Lavinia Adeline Gentry Sumner, age 95, of Smith Grove, will be at 1 p.m. today at the Hardy and Son Funeral Home, Smith Grove Chapel, with burial in the Smith Grove Cemetery. Contributions in her memory may be made to the Oakland Baptist Church. Funeral services for Raleigh Lou Carey, age 85, of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with burial in the Heistville Cemetery. Alternate expressions of sympathy may take the form of contributions to the American Cancer Society. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
A passage of Scripture for you to consider today, Proverbs chapter 23, beginning at verse 29. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has strife? Who has complaining? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? Those who tarry long over wine, those who go to try mixed wine. Do not look at wine when it's red, when it sparkles in the cup and goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a serpent and stings like an adder. Your eyes will see strange things, and your heart will utter perverse things. This is Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ, and we pray that you have a blessed and wonderful day.
Thank you, Bart. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast, brought to you by the Weather Channel.
We've got rain back into the forecast, showers, thunderstorms coming in, and some could pack a little bit of a punch. Upper level low pressure to our north spinning away, and that could provide some instability and that cold air aloft needed to maybe get some gusty winds and small hail with some of these thunderstorms. So I think through this morning, we'll continue to see the clouds go on the increase. Not much rain, and then this afternoon's when our best chance will be. 77. Tonight, still the chance of showers and thunderstorms. Might get a break early after midnight, maybe around coming on through 55. Showers tomorrow morning, and then the improvements start coming in. Sun for the afternoon, but a cool 70 degrees. Friday, more sun than clouds, 78. Saturday, more clouds than sun, 84. Father's Day, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looking at the constant coverage in-studio radar screen, as you can see there's some rain activity over in southeast Tennessee there, and so we are going to keep an eye on that. And like Ray said, there is a better chance of rain this afternoon than there is this morning, and we'll have a slight chance overnight. Then we can start backing off and looking forward to a nice rest of the week. Looking at the current conditions right now, the barometer is at 30.01. Winds are east at 3 miles an hour. Humidity is at 82%. No precipitation in the last 24 hours. The phone lines are open right now at 270-651-9149, and we'll be doing the birthday list, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with you.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the store in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That's right, the birthdays, Ralphie's Fun Center, and it's a great place to have a birthday party or a special event. Go check them out at Ralphie's Fun Center. We've got birthdays to talk about today. First up, I want to say happy birthday to Dana Wilson. That's right, we just added Dana Wilson to the list. Also, we've got Michelle Williams. Caitlin Vaughn is 23 today. Happy birthday, Caitlin, from your grandfather. Happy birthday to Clifton Smith Sr. from your brothers James and William. Tim Allen has a birthday, along with Carrie Bell. Kim Delk Sanderson, Micah Pence, Carrie Button, Heather Bennett, Eric Williams, Pat Edwards, Marianne Simmons, and Leslie Kinslow. We have anniversaries to celebrate today as well. It's Jeff and Beth Hinckley's anniversary today. And we also have Doug and Shannon Reed celebrating their 35th anniversary today. Now, Monday, Carrie Kerr had a birthday, but today we're patting Carrie Kerr on the back and telling them they're good as gold from their friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas, where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. Carrie will be the third of 5 contestants for this week's Good as Gold giveaway. Somebody's going to win a free meal to a little taste of Texas, so good luck to that. And as far as birthday honorees, somebody's going to win a birthday cake from Dairy Queen and a rosebud vase from Greer's Florist today as well, too. So we got that going on. Want to say good morning to the folks watching us on Facebook Live, like Marsha Coy. Dale Copas says good Wednesday morning, everybody. Kevin Button says good morning. Renee Horton as well chiming in. Eva Yates, Peggy Edwards, and Wanda Settle says good morning, everyone, with a big sunshine emoji. You got to like that to start the day. So thank you for those who tune in on Facebook. We like to hear from you as well. And if you've got a birthday, you can always just put that on the Facebook comments, or you can send it to us online at WCLUradio.com, or just give us a call at 270-651-9149. When we come back, it'll be time to do some digging into history. That's right, Joseph A. Wade brings you the archives next.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right. Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 until 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future.
Join the Bowling Green Hot Rods every Friday for Fireworks Friday, sponsored by Norton Children's Hospital. Following every Friday night game, the Hot Rods will light up the sky with a fireworks display. Visit bghotrods.com for more information. Hot Rods Baseball. Fantastic.
Time for the archives here on WCLU. The archives are brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services on Industrial Drive, because history's made by the hard work that stands the test of time. Sam Terry will join me after this. Stay tuned.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Good morning, Sam. How are you, sir?
Doing very well. How are you today, Wes?
I'm doing great, and we're going to do some history here, thanks to the folks who helped comprise all of this at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, Ray Green and Gail Berry and Sherry Wesley, and of course you, Sam, for joining us and helping us reflect on our past. We will start out today with a quick editorial, if you will, from 1919 out of the Republican. Here is the story. It says, and listen, this is short, so take all this in here, folks. It says, there are more words in the peace treaty than the Bible, and they are not half as instructive. I think that's pretty funny. Somebody's take on the peace treaty from World War I there.
That would have been the Treaty of Versailles.
Versailles, yeah.
And in history, the treaty had been publicized quite a bit because the signing was coming up on June 28th of 1919. Mm-hmm. So we will soon have the 100th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Versailles. And, the words were pretty accurate because it was a major contributor to what caused World War II.
Right.
So,
yeah, it was sort of crippled the Germans, and then the Germans retaliated and started another one. So that's the way it went down. But we'll talk about that a little bit more on the 100-year anniversary, okay, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this day in 1929, we have a story that says here, the Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company has taken charge of their new storeroom, the Gillenwater Building, corner of Main and Green Streets. They're now installing fixtures and preparing for opening days in a few days. So the Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, located on the corner of Green and Main there. I'm guessing that's where is that where the Kitty Corner used to be?
It's Kitty Corner was there years later, of course.
Right.
And of course, A&P was the well-known grocery company. Started out as a tea company, but it expanded into lots of other things.
As it turns out, we like other things delivered to us other than tea. That's good stuff, Sam. And that building, I think it's a neat building. Just the outside, the exterior of it is just something to be proud of, I think.
It is, and it's one of our most popular buildings.
It is.
Very recognizable. You can pick out photos of Glasgow by focusing on that building when you see it in the photo.
You're exactly right. Well, we'll skip another decade here to 1939, where it's Mr. and Mrs. Leroy Underwood. Mr. and Mrs. Herschel Gray and Miss Laureen Deering are on an extended vacation trip that includes the Great Smoky Mountains and the Florida coast. Reports from the young people indicate they're having a great time. So, some news from the Underwoods, Grays, and Deering family on vacation. Back before Facebook. They could tell you all about it. We have a lengthy story here from 1949. Plans for the Community Recreational Program recently launched in Glasgow and are now shaping up. And an organized playground program will get underway soon, Miller Harmon, the newly named City Recreational Supervisor, said. The City Recreation Board, with the cooperation of community leaders, will conduct a survey of each area where the city's 4 playgrounds are located, and after the needs and desires of that area have been determined, the program will be set up. Equipment for the playgrounds will be furnished by the Lions Club, complete equipment for playing softball, volleyball, basketball, tennis, boxing, and many more sports is now on hand. Swimming will be added soon under the direction of Mrs. Harmon, former member of a crack swimming team, when she arrives here. Mr. Harmon is a native of Edmonson County and was the University of Louisville's varsity tennis team as well. Interesting little story there, Sam.
It is. It is indeed. Sounds like it was the real beginnings of the city's recreation department.
Sure. We're kind of revisiting some of that stuff today. You know, where does it need to go? Where can we provide for more activities for our people? This day in 1959, though, we have big news here. Carroll M. Redford Jr., who is son of Mr. and Mrs. Carroll M. Redford and one of Glasgow's most popular and promising young men, was among the recent graduates of the College of Law at the June commencement at the University of Kentucky. So that's Carroll Redford Jr. there, graduating from law school. And that is a big, big story, I think, when you look back on what impact that had in our local history.
Certainly did, and not only the legal profession, but also in our justice system. A fine fella, and we still miss Carroll Jr., or as most people called him, Little Carroll.
Little Carroll. Gotcha. Well, we'll keep going, Sam. This day in 1969, it was Alvin R. Moore who joined the Glasgow Fertilizer Company as Director of Agronomy, according to L. Rogers Wells Jr., who is president of that company. 1969. And so those are some names we recognize. 1979, we have Trudy Geralds of Somerset being named Miss Barron County Fair, 1979. And I recently saw where some Barron County girls were traveling and doing pageants, and one Barron County girl won in Greene County recently. Owen, I believe, was her last name. So that's 1979. 1989, here's an advertisement. I love the advertisements because it just puts things in perspective for that time period. But in 1989, you have an ad for Green Thumb Lawn and Garden Company. Just arrived beautiful blooming miniature African violets, new blooming bedding plants, and 25% off Jackson Perkins roses. Located at 820 West Main Street, the Green Thumb Lawn and Garden Company. 1989, Sam. I'm not sure how long they were in business. Do you?
I don't recall. I was trying to recall that earlier, and I just don't know.
Here's a cool story for you if you're around my age. I know all these people. But it was 1999 that 5 Barron County students were named Governor's Scholars. And we're going to give you the names here in a minute. But nonetheless, just check out these names here because they're still around here and doing good things in education and in the legal system and a lot of that stuff. But we had Erica Johnson, who is now Erica DeVore, Stephanie Coffey, which is now, I think, Esther's. There's Catherine Edwards, Doug Harden, and Jaron Howard. 5 Barron County students being named Governor Scholars. That's a big deal at any school. And it's a bigger deal that most of those folks are still around here. And that was 20 years ago, believe it or not. 1999. And we've in the archives today with the Glasgow Garden Club in 2009. The Glasgow Garden Club celebrating National Garden Club Week, which was June 7th through the 13th. So that's the archive, Sam. Some notable figures there, and a quick round today. But we'll look forward to doing it again tomorrow. And
I will as well.
We will talk to you then. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too. The archives are brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services on Industrial Drive, because history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. Right now it is 57 degrees in downtown Glasgow. It's 6:49. We'll pause. We'll check in on the weather forecast here in just a moment, and then we'll be talking trivia. Stay tuned. It's Good Morning Live.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
To catch all the games, get that faster SCRTC internet you've needed and get the SCRTC in all the smile. SCRTC for this $35 credit through June 30th.
Hey, we're back here on Good Morning Live, and it is 157 degrees right now in downtown Glasgow. We just got a call about another birthday, and that is Haley Wyatt. Haley Wyatt turns 11 today. So happy birthday, Haley. Up next, we've got a weather forecast brought to you by South Central Bank.
We've got rain back into the forecast, showers, thunderstorms coming in, and some could pack a little bit of a punch. Upper level low pressure to our north spinning away, and that could provide some instability and that cold air aloft needed to maybe get some gusty winds and small hail with some of these thunderstorms. So I think through this morning, we'll continue to see the clouds go on the increase. Not much rain, and then this afternoon's when our best chance will be. 77 tonight. Still, the chance of showers and thunderstorms might get a break early after midnight, maybe around coming on through 55. Showers tomorrow morning, and then the improvements start coming in. Sun for the afternoon, but a cool 70 degrees. Friday, more sun than clouds, 78. Saturday, more clouds than sun, 84. Father's Day, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looking at our current conditions, 30.01 of barometric pressure. Winds are east, 3 mile an hour. Humidity is 82%. No precipitation in the last 24 hours. But nothing on the radar screen right now really to be concerned about. It's kind of what's to the west of us that we want to keep an eye on so that we know when and if we will get some rain today. So we'll keep you posted on that throughout the day. Myself and the entire staff will. And this weather forecast is brought to you by South Central Bank. Watching the Facebook Live feed there, Joyce Williams chimed in and said, "Good morning. Today is my birthday. I'm 53. So, hey, Joyce, we got you. Thank you for doing that on Facebook Live. Thank you for tuning in. Happy birthday to Joyce Williams.
Tired of sitting still? Get going with the bank that's going places, South Central Bank. The South Central Bank Green Tree Travel Club has a journey planned to always exciting Branson, Missouri. Check your calendar. It's October 23rd through the 27th. See Branson at its best. Enjoy the Snowboat Dinner Cruise, a train ride on the Branson Scenic Railway. Experience the Murder Mystery Dinner Show, Lambert's Cafe, and of course it wouldn't be Branson without experiencing the George Strait Dinner Show.
Write this down.
If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member, it's just $600. Non-members, $700. Better book your reservations. A trip like this in late October will fill up fast. Call 888-651-7466 to book it today. October 23rd through the 27th. Head to Branson with South Central Bank's Green Tree Travel Club. 888-651-7466. Member FDIC.
We want you to know that we're patting on the back today by special request. Carrie Kerr. If you see Carrie Kerr around town, pat them on the back. Tell them they're good as gold for their friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Join us Thursdays at 7:30 a.m. as we present Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. Banking on Business is an interview segment hosted by Terry Bunnell, People's Bank president. Enjoy meeting people from your favorite local businesses and hearing the stories of how they got started and where they're headed. You can check it out online at WCLUradio.com on EPB Channel 6, WCLU 103.1 and 102.3 FM and 1490 AM each Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m.
We are going to play trivia in just a second, but before we do that, I do want to let you know about a couple of events going on in the community. First of all, the Munfordville Car Show is this Saturday at the Courthouse Square from 9 to 1, with the awards being presented at 3. It's a $10 entry, and there'll be concessions provided by the Hart County Search and Rescue, and they'll also be celebrating their bicentennial court days. So double reasons to celebrate in downtown Munfordville this Saturday for the car show, which the proceeds go to the Heart Search and Rescue Foundation. So there you go. That's what we have there. And also want to let you know over in Edmonson County, they're going to have a hoedown for the hounds. If that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what does. But that's also this Saturday, and that's that Saturday evening from 6 to 10 at the Brownsville Community Center. Located at 108 Main Street. It's a barbecue, dinner, dance, and live auction to benefit the Humane Society of Edmonson County. Music provided by Andrea Guest, and it's a free event, but dinner's $8, including your drink. So there you go. Check that out as well. Some good things going on in the community, and we will play trivia.
What if your doctors treated you like family? Your nurses calmed your fears. You received personalized, compassionate care at every visit. At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
The only place you need to go for all
you find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering
automotive needs is GillyHide.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
Hey, kiddo, how was lunch with Dad?
I think we need to buy Dad some new jokes for Father's Day. These fries are from France, but they are prepared in Greece.
Did he give you any gift ideas?
He says we've already given him the world.
Aw.
He's got so many hobbies. What about something that'll take our hunting trips to the next level?
I know. When we buy a new smartphone at Bluegrass Cellular, we can get a gift for Dad valued at up to $250. That includes the Spartan Go Cam, a wireless trail camera that sends images to your device.
Great idea. A duck season without a Go Cam would be just foul.
There's also Smart Things by Samsung. Dad can turn this place into a connected, smarter home.
A real intellectual property, you might say.
Oh, kiddo, you're starting to sound like your dad.
Thanks. I've learned from the best.
Restrictions apply. Shop online or in stores. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
The South Central Kentucky Cultural Center has begun a capital campaign with a goal to raise $50,000 to complete the construction on the 3rd floor, rework a section in the military area to better display more military artifacts, and update antiquated computer technology. You may donate in person at the Cultural Center, or you may donate by mailing your donation to P.O. Box 1714, Glasgow, Kentucky 42142 1714. You can go to the Cultural Center website as well and donate via PayPal, or you may purchase a memorial brick for $100 that will be engraved in memory or in honor of a loved one and will be placed in the entranceway at the museum. Any amount donated is appreciated, and no donation is too small.
Little Caesars Morning Trivia. Who wants to win? Who's got their thinking cap on? 270-651-9149 is the number to call. That's 270-651-9149. And it's First Time Winners Week. First Time Winners Week. Only first time winners can win today. So if you're not a first time winner, don't call. The number to call is 270-651-9149. The question is, if you're in the second largest city in Greece, what city are you in? First Time Winners Week. Who can tell me? 270-651-9149. If you're in the second largest city in Greece, what city are you in? I want to know. 270-651-9149. Toll free at 1-800-956-1023. If you're in the second largest city in Greece, what city are you in? We'll go to the phone lines now. Good morning, trivia.
Thessaloniki.
That is correct. Who am I speaking with?
Brandy Rump.
Brandy who?
Rump.
Oh, Brandy, have you've never won before, have you?
Never.
Well, you won today, and all you got to do is come by and see us at the station, and we'll send you with a coupon for free pizza to Little Caesars, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate you listening. Congratulations. That is Brandy Rump who got that right. It's Thessaloniki, where the term Thessalonians comes from. And it is the second largest city in Greece, and that's the Great White Tower. As if you're watching on Channel 6, that's the Great White Tower in Thessaloniki there. So that is the second largest city in Greece, and now you know, and now it's time to think about pizza from Little Caesars.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new extra-most bestest hot and ready thin crust pepperoni pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars thin crust pepperoni pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra most bestest thin crust pepperoni pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni pizza. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
Barron County Business Supply. For all your home office, business, and school supply needs. They've just received another truckload of high-quality scratch and dent furniture at incredible savings. Chairs, desks, cabinets, more savings and more selection from Barron County Business Supply. Free next-day delivery to anywhere in South Central Kentucky. There's several ways to place your order. Visit their website online at bcbsupply.com. Call toll-free at 1-866-9-BARRON. Barron County Business Supply, the area's #1 supplier of office products.
CBS News Update. Tens of thousands protest in Hong Kong. Riot police are firing tear gas and rubber bullets into crowds of student demonstrators outraged over legislation to extradite criminal suspects to mainland China to stand trial. The BBC's Rupert Springfield-Hayes in Hong Kong.
Since early this morning, they have surrounded the Legislative Council building, blocking all access and preventing legislators from getting in. Their aim is to stop any debate of the controversial bill.
CBS's Remy Inocencio.
The chief executive of Hong Kong, the leader of the city, has said she will continue to push this. A lot of critics are saying that she is doing this at the behest of Beijing. The fear is where Hong Kongers could be extradited to, namely mainland China, and with the distrust of the country's legal system, people clearly are concerned.
Hong Kong legally guaranteed separate status from China for the next 28 years. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
And we say a very good day to you from the newsroom of WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane reporting. An arrest has been made in the case involving the recent robbery at Glasgow's White Castle. According to the Glasgow Police Department, police made an arrest Monday in connection to the June 5th robbery. A detective with the department arrested Jonathan Meredith of Glasgow on an arrest warrant. He was charged with second-degree robbery. The Hart County Sheriff's Department and the Barron River Drug Task Force assisted the Glasgow Police Department in the investigation, according to a news release. Kentucky State Police have arrested a woman after a traffic stop earlier this week. Kentucky State Police say a trooper was on routine patrol Monday in Russell Springs when he initiated a traffic stop on Kentucky 430 on a 2002 Mercury. Police searched the vehicle and located a pill grinder and prescription medications. The driver, Edith Long, was arrested and charged with failure to maintain insurance, first offense, DUI, second offense, having no operator's license, second-degree possession of a controlled substance, drug unspecified, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Long was lodged in the Russell County Detention Center. A former Western Kentucky University student who drunkenly shot his friend and was sentenced to 4 years in prison for reckless homicide is being released after only 125 days. The Bowling Green Daily News reported Monday a Kentucky judge granted 22-year-old Peter Gall a kind of early release meant for first-time offenders convicted of low-level felonies. Gall said he didn't mean to kill his friend and fellow WKU student Alex Davis in September 2017. He testified that in his drunken state, he, quote, decided just to try and scare him. He said he began to jab and mess with him. That's when the gun went off. The paper says Judge John Grice faulted Gall's poor judgment, immaturity, and alcohol. Davis's parents said nothing can bring back their son. According to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday morning around 5:32 at Donley Drive. Glasgow Fire, Glasgow Police, and Barron Metcalf EMS all responded. And there was a tractor fire yesterday around 6:26 a.m. at 695 Park Crosby Road. Hinesville Fire Department and Barron Metcalf EMS all responded. And there was a grill fire yesterday around 6:16 in the evening. The incident supposedly occurred at 8020 Burksville Road. Temple Hill Fire Department, East Barron Fire Department, and Summershade Fire Department all responded. More news straight ahead. You're listening to the news you can depend on. WCLU News, your home for local.
Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
In more news this hour, Kentucky State Police say a man was killed and a trooper injured in an exchange of gunfire at a house near where officers were serving a search warrant. The man who was killed was one of several people who came out of the house after police arrived at a nearby location in Perry County on Monday evening. Police said the man was armed with a gun and refused to obey when told to drop the weapon. A news release from police said gunfire was exchanged, injuring one trooper and fatally wounding the armed man. The injured trooper was hospitalized overnight. Police didn't identify the man who was killed or the injured trooper. A Kentucky deputy shot and paralyzed by police during an arrest says he was more concerned about getting shot by the inexperienced officers than the, quote, actual bad guys. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Scott County Deputy Jamie Morales' concerns are detailed in a state police file on the September shooting. The newspaper recently obtained the file through a public records request. Morales was shot while assisting other departments arrest Florida robbery suspect Edward Reynolds, who was armed and killed. An investigation found he never fired his weapon. Morales has told investigators that the officers didn't have the tactical experience to be at the high-stress scene. The case file says that state police investigators won't say which officer shot Morales without studying the bullet, which is still lodged in Morales' spine. The Southern Baptist Convention has opened a national meeting that will be dominated by discussion of a large-scale sex abuse crisis. Delegates are expected to adopt new abuse prevention measures and consider a proposal making it easier to expel churches that mishandle abuse cases. J.D. Greer is president of the nation's largest Protestant denomination. Greer said at Tuesday's opening session that the SBC faced a defining moment that would shape the church for generations to come. Pressure on the church has intensified in recent months, due in part to news reports asserting that hundreds of Southern Baptist clergy and staff have been accused of sexual misconduct over the past 20 years, including dozens who returned to church duties. The meeting comes as U.S. Catholic bishops convene to address a sex abuse crisis in the Catholic Church. An education assistance program has been expanded to include soldiers at Fort Campbell, as well as Army Reserve and National Guard soldiers throughout Kentucky. The Army Credentialing Assistance Program provides funding for training and classes that lead to certificates, licensures, and credentials in more than 1,600 occupations. Testing of the program began last year at Fort Hood, Texas, and it is now available at Fort Campbell and to Kentucky National Guard and Reserve soldiers who live in and actively drill with a unit in Kentucky. Soldiers may receive up to $4,000 a year in combined tuition assistance and credentialing assistance funds. The program is planned to expand again next year to include soldiers throughout the Army. The program is administered under Army Human Resource Command, located at Fort Knox. And the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services has set up a new website for transition-age youth in the foster care system. The Cabinet says the new website is part of a rebranding project for the state's independent living program for youth in the system. The web-based portal, www.kyrise.ky.gov, will now be accessible to the public beginning June 24th. It is called Kentucky Rise, which stands for Resources for Independence, Success, and Empowerment. It will contain a link for foster youth to complete an application and receive vital records like birth certificates. The portal will also have a link to a summer employment initiative. More than 80 employers with various opportunities have signed on for this year's program. For the latest news and updates, you can find WCLU at WCLUradio.com. And if you have a story tip, you can find a story tip line at WCLUradio.com. That's it for today. I'm Brendan Crane for WCLU News.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience at Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I met the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's official. I'm retiring next week.
Well, that's a good thing as long as you've been preparing for it.
But I'm not ready. I kept saying I'll get around to it.
Hello, I'm Anthony Mite, your local Modern Woodman financial representative. Don't be like Miss I'll get around to it. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Good morning. This is Wes Royce with a special update with you, and I've got a guest joined with me this morning to sort of help me talk about it. It's Brian Pettigo. Brian is willfully serving on the board of the Barron County Fair, and that's coming up in, 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Well, appreciate you coming on the show this morning, Brian, and we've got a lot of talk about the Barron County Fair. Everybody looks forward to it, not just Barron Countyans, but folks from all over the place love to come to see the Barron County Fair. It's truly a unique and remarkable thing you guys are doing, and so it's a big year. You got a big year planned for this year, don't you?
We have a really big year. It will begin Tuesday, June 25th, and will run through Saturday, June 29th.
Okay, so that's 1 week right there, basically. 6 nights, is that right?
Well, it's Tuesday.
25th that's 5 nights.
Yeah, we cut the Monday off and try to compact more things into the shorter nights, and to try to get bigger turnouts for every night.
Sure, and I think that's smart. And over the years, after going through all that, you guys have figured that out. The thing that everybody wants to know about as far as what you have to plan ahead of time, there's 2 things I think that really highlight that. One are the pageants, and the other is the truck and tractor pools. So first off, let's talk about pageants and what nights are the pageants going to be, so that the moms and dads know how to enter that contest and when they need to do that by.
Okay. Well, Tuesday, June 25th, we'll have the baby and toddler pageants. We'll have the Tiny Miss and Mr. pageants, and the Little Miss and Mr. pageants. So all the younger kids will be on the very first night.
And that's the 25th.
That's the 25th, and it'll begin at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Jennifer Bailey is the person to contact, entrance fees and I guess age discrimination, or where they break up the age groups on that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The truck and tractor pool will be big Friday night, as always, and it will begin at 7. We'll have 5 classes.
Mm-hmm.
5,800-pound pro stock 2-wheel drive, 6,200-pound pro stock 4-wheel drive, 8,000-pound 2.6 through 3.0 diesel, 6,000-pound LLS tractor, and 6,000-pound light hot farm tractor. And that's the only night where admission will be $15. Every other night will be $10.
That's right, but it'll be packed either way.
Yes, it will be.
It'll be kind of like bring a chair sort of deal, won't it? Because the stands will be full, right?
Oh, yeah. We last year, I think we had a little over 1,300 people that night.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredible. And folks from all over the place come. Now, is this a sanctioned pool?
This is a KTPA sanctioned pool.
That's what I was thinking, so that's a big deal. A lot of folks follow that. And, of course, the pageants, again, the first one, the little kids are Tuesday night, right?
Yes.
And then...
Oh, and I forgot about
the rest of the pageants are...
on Wednesday, the Miss Preteen and Miss Teen Barron County.
Okay. That's the 26th,
That's the 26th. And then Thursday, the 27th, we'll have the Miss Barron County Fair and the Ms. and Mrs. Barron County Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, Jennifer Bailey is the one to contact for entrance fees. And
right. And who better to I mean, really, the experience she has in that stuff. I mean,
it's a
she's well known in that industry, if you want to call it that.
We have one of the largest ones in this area. I know Warren County has a Soki Fair, but outside of them, we are one of the largest fairs in this general area.
And we ought to be,
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody ought to be proud of the fair that we have. We're going to talk about some more of the unique aspects of that, too. Here in just a moment. We're going to pause for just a minute, take a look at that weather forecast. Brian's going to hang out with me for a little bit longer. We're going to talk some more about the fair a little bit so that folks know it's coming up 2 weeks. If you got little kids that want to do the pageants, you need to get in touch with Jennifer Bailey and, of course, the KTPA sanctioned pool Friday night, $15 tickets. We'll come back with more here on WCLU. Stay tuned.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year?
Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Arrow professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or arrowexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Arrow Exterminators Pest Control.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
We'll continue to see clouds go on the increase. Not much rain, and then this afternoon's when our best chance will be. 77. Tonight, still the chance of showers and thunderstorms. Might get a break early after midnight, maybe around coming on through 55. Showers tomorrow morning, and then the improvements start coming in. Sun for the afternoon, but a cool 70 degrees. Friday, more sun than clouds, 78. Saturday, more clouds than sun, 84. Father's Day, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looking at the current conditions, we are at 30.01 on the barometer. Winds are east at 3 miles an hour, 82%. This weather forecast is brought to you by TJ Sampson Hospital. Been watching the radar screen, folks. We've got 40, 50% chance, 60% chance this afternoon. Really, this morning is going to be quite nice, though. A little overcast sky. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty nice. And I've been watching the radar when you zoom out on the entire country there. And if Brennan's pulling that up right now. And let me just throw that on the screen there as it's loading. But if you zoom all the way out, looks about Iowa over there. And in the Midwest, right there, it's almost like if you split the country from north and south, right in the middle, it's breaking up right there in the Midwest. Some of it's going northeast, some of it's going southeast, and then when it pops back up, it's just coming up as scattered storms. So I wouldn't mess up your plans today at all. Expect a few scattered showers, but I think we're going to be maybe okay. Now that stuff over there, far west is it's hitting it pretty good. But that's probably, we're looking at probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon before we have to worry about that. So that's what we have. Thank you, Brendan, for pulling that up. This weather forecast brought to you by TJ Sampson Hospital. We're going to talk about 2 of my favorite things here in just a minute, wrestling and barbecue. Stay tuned.
What if your doctors treated you like family? Your nurses calmed your fears. You received personalized, compassionate care at every visit. At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
We are back on Good Morning Live. I'm joined with my guest, Brian Pettigo, who is on the board with the Temple Hill Lions Club and the Barron County Fair, and they are excited. This year, it's a special thing that's going on. It's not new to the fair, but it's on a new night. This year, the wrestling is on Tuesday. Talk about that wrestling.
Yes, sir. We'll have a bell time at 7:30, UCW Live Pro Wrestling, and it'll feature some names hopefully you've heard of. TNA Impact competitor Chase Stevens, Rebecca Reese, AMW TV star Kyle Maggard, Cashfield with his manager Billy the Lip, and our headliner is Chris Michaels, who has performed in Impact Wrestling, WCW, and WWE in the past.
That is awesome. I want to meet the manager, Billy the Lip.
He's something.
It sounds like it. With a name like that, that's a perfect name for a manager. I do the wrestling, you do the talking, Billy.
That's right. Billy was probably in the mold of Jimmy, Mouth of the South Hart. So
yeah, kind of like that. And it's a good personality to have in that sport. So there's pageantry all around the way you look at it. There's pageantry with the pageants. There's pageantry in wrestling, and it's just cool. And I hope y'all have a big turnout for that. It's on the same night as the pageant, so that'll be fun. Now, told you we were going to talk about barbecue, so let's talk about barbecue. New this year to the Barron County Fair. Go, Brian.
Yes. Wes, we're having our first barbecue contest on Wednesday, June 26th. Registration between 6 and 7. We will have a beef division and a pork division. It's being sponsored by Farmers RECC. We'll have first, second, and third prizes handed out at $50, $30, $20. And anyone interested in trying to enter their finest cuisine, as it were, will contact Matt Gentry at 270-670-4048. There's no cookie on site.
Yeah, don't bring a grill.
Yeah. Fix it home and then bring it on out and let our judges decide and see if you can't be the best barbecuer in Barron County.
So in the beef division, are they looking for steak or are they looking for like brisket or short ribs?
It's really, I guess, chef's choice.
Chef's
whatever
choice.
your best
Same
product
deal with pork.
is.
You
That's
could do
right.
ribs, you could do Boston butt.
Shoulder, whatever you feel like is your best thing.
I feel like the person that brings a whole hog's going to win the pork division.
Because
that would be
impressive.
overkill.
That would be impressive. And
But it'll still have to taste good.
Yeah.
I cooked some pork over the weekend, man. I'm telling you, I got a new recipe I made up. I'm not going to tell you on the air, but you got to try it.
Maybe you should enter.
It's as homegrown as a recipe as you can get from around here, but we'll talk about that off the air. So we've got wrestling Tuesday night. Wednesday night's the barbecue. Friday night's the truck and tractor pull. It's a great fair, folks, and we want to be sure that you know and spread the word. The fair is coming up, and it's really something to be proud of here in Southern Kentucky. Anything else that you want to add to that, Brian?
I appreciate you keeping the community involved with the Fair West.
We love it.
And I just hope everybody has a good time. Pray for good weather, and we'll all just enjoy each other's company out at the fairgrounds. And the carnival is supposed to have some really good rides this year. So if you enjoyed the last year's rides, then this year should even be better than that.
Even better. And the rides are always good. And if the weather's not good on Tuesday, will you have mud wrestling?
That would be a good consolation.
We don't want to mess up the fairgrounds, though.
No.
They take good care of it. Anytime you drive through Temple Hill, you see, and it's like, you know the fair's coming up. It's looking good over there already. So, Brian, thank you for coming in this morning, and you're welcome to hang around as long as you want to, but we're going to keep the program going. We've got birthday shout-outs to come up here in just a moment. So if you've got a birthday, give us a call, 270-651-9149. We'll be happy to put that on the air for you. And, Brian, once again, thank you, sir. I've enjoyed it.
Well, thank you for having us.
And don't forget, folks, wrestling, pageants Tuesday, barbecue Wednesday. There's always something going on, so go Thursday and Friday and Saturday, too. And don't even have to tell you about that.
One last thing, Demolition Derby Saturday night.
Demolition Derby Saturday night. Now, I've never been to that. How big is it?
Well, we hope to have...
How many football fields is it? Is it about one or half of one?
I'm not sure how far they're going to measure off. I guess it depends on how many cars get in there.
About how high up in velocity do they get? How fast do they
go?
How
fast? How much of a head start you can get, I guess.
I didn't know if they restrict it to where you can't go over a certain...
No, there's no restriction on the speed.
So no holds barred. It's just Demolition Derby the way it ought to be.
Straight up rules. Yeah.
Old-fashioned, all-American Demolition Derby. I can't believe we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Let
it slip out, yeah.
So you're going to start it off with a power bomb and end it with a bang. It's the Barron County Fair, and you need to be there, folks.
Come on out.
All right, Brian Pettigo, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome back anytime. We'll be talking about it more as we get closer to the days ahead. It's June 25th through the 29th at the Temple Hill Fairgrounds. When we come back, it's birthday time. Stay tuned.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
NMLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Are you looking for a new Chevrolet, Cadillac, or maybe a new Nissan? What about a quality used car? Truth is, it doesn't matter, because if we don't have it, we will find it for you. And we promise you a great deal on it as well. Do you live in Glasgow? Well, make sure to give us a try before you buy. Not from Glasgow? Don't pass us up to go somewhere else. You could miss out. We are aggressively priced on all our vehicles, and we will give you more for your trade. Make sure to ask us about the Goodman Advantage, which includes a powertrain warranty for life and so much more. So stop by today and check out our great selection of new and used vehicles at Goodman Automotive, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow, or online at goodmanautomotive.com. Things were never better at Goodman.
When you drive that money-saving road to Glasgow, great deals, no games, come home to Goodman.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in Southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
We're back here on Good Morning Live talking birthdays today. Want to say happy birthday to Joyce Williams, who's 53 years young today. She sent in her own birthday on Facebook Live, so we appreciate you using the comment section there. Want to say happy birthday to Leslie Kinslow today. Also Mary Ann Simmons, Pat Edwards, Eric Williams, Heather Bennett, Carrie Button, Micah Pence, Kimberly Delk Sanderson, Carrie Bell, Tim Allen, Clifton Smith Sr., Caitlin Vaughn is 23 today. Happy birthday to Michelle Williams, Dana Wilson, and Haley Wyatt is 11 today. We have anniversaries to tell you about. Doug and Shannon Reed, 35 years today. And also it's Jeff and Beth Hinckley's anniversary today. We are patting on the back today by a special request, Carrie Kerr, who had a birthday Monday, but it's a popular thing to be good as gold, so we just now getting her in. If you see Carrie Kerr around town, pat her on the back, tell her she's good as gold from her friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And we could be getting another birthday over the phone. I noticed it rang. I'll tell you what, we'll just pause and see what that was. We'll come right back.
Everyone's time is at a premium. Using time wisely is even a mark on a young student's grade card. Well, at Ely Drugs, we value your time. That's why we have a website that lets you order prescription refills online with a simple click. Go to ElyDrugs.com and click on the icon that says Refill Request. That'll save you tons of time in getting the refill, plus making sure you take it on time, too. And talk about a time saver. Ely's investment in a new automated filling system means even shorter wait time. Ely Drugs helps you manage your health and your time. Check us out at ElyDrugs.com.
For Father's Day, give Dad the gift of ultimate comfort. An amazing recliner from Ford's Furniture, like the Starship. This chair, in your choice of colors, features power for easy adjustments into multiple reclining positions, power headrest, and power lumbar control to soothe sore, tired muscles. Added features include a cup holder and a storage pouch, on sale for Father's Day for only $7.99, or less than $17 a month with 48 months interest-free financing. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Well, we did get a birthday, but it's not for today. It's for tomorrow. And we always appreciate them in advance. So we're going to pause for just a few moments. And in about 2 minutes, we'll come back and we'll have tidbit news. So stay with us here on Good Morning Live.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since
I'm up there at Hurt Auto Sales.
Got a 2014 Mercedes GLK 350, a sharp-looking SUV for just $19,900.
Wow.
An 07 BMW X3 loaded as well, super good price, $6,900. A 2014 Ford Escape Titanium loaded as well, $12,900. And a 2014 Mustang convertible, white with a black top, really sharp, just $13,900.
Got a lot of new stuff in that folks are going to want to come look at, test drive, and call their own. That's the kind of way it works up there, isn't it?
That's correct. Lots of good rides.
Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street. It's a beautiful lot with your next car sitting right there on it. What's the motto, Bobby Lee?
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the globe and up the street, it is Tidbit News, and we're going all over the globe today, Brennan. You doing okay this morning?
I am, and I'll be honest with you, I just forgot that I had a piece of gum in, so I'm going to take that out real quick.
Okay, roof cam.
Yeah, all right, we're good.
All right, bring us back there.
Sorry to do that on camera. That's good for Tidbit, not the real newscast, right?
That's right. Well, there's nothing more Barron County than the Barron County Fair. It's a great annual thing they do.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it was good to have Brian in to talk about that.
That's right.
As far as Glasgow, now I'm a kid. I grew up, and I'm quite a bit older than you. I don't know how much older than you I am. Probably about 17 years.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 34. I'll be 35 next month.
All right, yeah, we're 17 years difference.
I'm good with numbers. So anyway, when I grew up and they had the Highland Games, they actually had like a replica of a Loch Ness monster that would go across the Barren River Lake, and the kids would sit on the beach and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard all my life about this fictitious Loch Ness monster. Until yesterday night, I always thought it was fictitious. But here's a tidbit story from Antarctica.
All right.
Check this out. Remains were uncovered of a fossil of a 70-million-year-old massive, and I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but it's elasmosaur, which would have weighed 15 tons. Experts say it's 40 feet long and is a member of the reptile family and is the largest of its kind ever found. And I've got a picture on my phone here. We may have to share this later, but it's a Loch Ness monster. It's exactly what it is. And they uncovered it weighing 15 tons. It's the biggest marine reptile to ever live. A real-life Loch Ness monster. So it's not fake, Brendan. It's a real deal. The legend lives on.
That's what it sounds like.
Loch Ness monster, an amphibious reptile vehicle. They found it. Of course, it's a kind of a dinosaur-looking thing. It's like a cross between like a dinosaur with like one of the ones with the long neck, and then like a dolphin or a whale. It's weird looking. It was not anything I would want to have seen or stumbled upon traveling in the waters. Of course,
Absolutely.
Antarctica, probably not a lot of travel through there. So
well, that's what I was going to say. You know, I guess they're finding ways to explore down there now, but that's such a vast portion of the world, yet it's very treacherous.
It is. Only the strongest of creatures survive. I'm gonna pull up a picture of that in a minute. Give me just a second.
All right. And 1 second just passed.
Yeah. Now 6 seconds went by. We'll come back to that in a minute.
All right.
I'll give that a second to load. But here's our second story. Now we're talking about children, okay?
Wonderful.
This is such a nice sort of story, I think, here, in unfortunate circumstances. But basically, this kid needs to put on weight before he can give his father bone marrow. So this kid, an 11-year-old boy, is eating a minimum of 5 meals a day to save his own father from leukemia.
Wow.
He was diagnosed 7 years ago, and he needs a bone marrow transplant. Of course, the son's going to be a perfect match. And this is a kid in China. The only match in the family was him, actually, but he needs to gain. I don't know how many it is in pounds, but he needs to gain quite a bit of weight in order to donate that bone marrow.
And what is it? It measured in kilograms?
Kilograms.
Yeah.
He needs to be at least 45 before he can be a donor. The ideal weight is 50 kilograms. Right now, he's 30.
So he's got a
He's got a double.
So he weighs. I'm sorry. Say that again.
He weighs 30 kilograms.
He weighs 30, but he needs to have what?
He needs to be 45 at least.
Right. So 45 equates to about 100 pounds.
Right.
So he has to practically double. Like what you're saying. Well, shortly. But anyway,
you could come up to Hamburger Hill in Glasgow.
Yeah. You know, yesterday,
hit up Arby's, McDonald's, all that.
Yeah, yesterday we talked about on Tidbit News about had to do with cleaning, or no, I'm sorry, that had to do with Burger King. I'm talking about this guy over in England, I believe it was. He ate a double bacon cheeseburger for a snack. So if this kid could just take his advice and eat a couple double bacon cheeseburgers times 5, I'm sure you get the weight on there.
I've had those snacks before.
Right. I'm going to say this. I thought about this a long time. I wish there was a way, you can donate blood, you can donate bone marrow, or you transplant that stuff. But could you donate weight? Could you imagine how easy it would make all of our lives?
Donating weight?
Yeah,
that's a good thought.
I mean, if you could just...
I've got quite a bit to give.
Exactly.
It would make up for the locks of love thing I'm missing out on.
Right. Plenty of people, including myself. I mean, we could just, give away...
yeah, you got hair to spare, buddy.
I'm not talking about hair at all. I'm talking about weight. But anyway.
I'm talking about hair.
Yeah.
You got hair. All right, so I'm going to see if I can zoom in here just a minute.
Okay.
There we go.
Are we ready?
Let me see if my my little thing will work. It does kind of work. A little bit. Nah. Maybe not. I'm going to let you do it. Hit that V button right there. Didn't do anything else?
Just did.
Just did?
Yep.
So that's the elasmosaur right there. Look at that thing. Of course, that's not a real drawing of. That's not what. Nobody's got a picture of one. That's just going on the fossils found.
That's pretty crazy. I don't really understand.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
That is crazy. But nonetheless, I just wanted to show that, just so you had an idea of all that. But we don't want to take away from our listening audience. We've got one more story, Brennan, want to share with you here.
All right.
Let's see. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Teenage drivers. It is a scary thing.
It can be a scary thing, yes.
I would like to think you're probably a fairly responsible driver. You don't,
for the most part.
And I like the way that they do it now. I think they do it in levels instead of here's your permit, okay, and you pass the test, go drive.
Right.
I think Kentucky was smart to update those laws. But if you get pulled over, I had some good excuses when I was a kid. Okay. This one I never used. This is a 16-year-old, so he just got his license. He was speeding, okay? This is in Canada. He said he basically had too many hot wings, and he had an emergency. So he was going 106 miles an hour. 106. That's not safe in really any vehicle.
No.
Except for maybe an airplane.
Or the demolition derby.
Oh, that's not safe in the. That's why I asked about that. That can be really dangerous. You get over 35 miles an hour, and you try to hit someone. That's going to hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt. But that's why I'm thinking they probably get up to about 15 or 20. If I had to guess, that's max. But
anyway,
but
sorry.
Nonetheless, you imagine being pulled over by an officer, and saying, "I had too many hot wings, and I've got to pull over." That's why I was going 106.
So, are you implying like he had to use the restroom, or?
Yes, I'm trying to be too graphic.
Sure. Okay, well that makes sense. So, what'd the officer do?
Well, the officer says there's absolutely no excuse for that kind of speed. So, his license is going to most likely be suspended.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happens. I was on my way to Destin, Florida one year. Late night, was going through Georgiana, which is not in Georgia. Georgiana is in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the birthplace of Hank Williams Sr.
Yeah. I
had to pee. Bad. And I was speeding. I was going 60 and a 35 as I came into the little intersection there. I went to 2 gas stations that were closed. It was late. The 3rd gas station was open, and I just about got there. And here come blue lights. And here's the funny thing about that, Brennan. I told the police officer, I said, "Sir, I really have to use the restroom. That's why I was going so fast." And you know what he said?
What?
He said, "Well, I'll write this ticket really fast then."
Oh.
Like he was not letting me out of that ticket just because I had to use the restroom.
Right.
Well,
and when you really think about it, that's their job. Their job is not to be convinced of your excuse. Their job is to enforce the law. Although speeding is such a common thing.
And the likelihood of somebody at 12:30 a.m. in the morning walking across the street in the middle of the dark Georgiana, Alabama is probably not likely. But if it was, if I'd have hit somebody, they didn't care that I had to use the restroom.
Right.
So I deserve the ticket.
That's right.
You got to think about everything.
How much was that ticket?
I don't remember. It I don't remember, but it was not cheap.
All right.
Especially on your insurance.
That's right.
So
you had to pay a ticket because you were speeding. And, that's horrible. And in hindsight, it's like, wow, I could have probably,
Well, here's the deal.
Taken a few extra seconds.
I could have pulled off on the side of the road.
Could have.
But it just didn't look safe. Like, it was nothing but woods until I popped and I finally saw light.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself. Yeah, I was meeting my family on their spring break. I was in college.
I see.
So, but nonetheless, that's tidbit news for today, Brennan.
That's it.
We're going to pause, probably get 1 or 2 songs in. I will let you pick today if you want to.
The songs?
The songs.
All right.
We probably got time for 2.
All right.
And we'll say goodbye to the folks on Facebook Live. Thank you for tuning in this morning. A lot of comments on there.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody shouting out. All right, we're back after this on Good Morning Live. Stay tuned.
The People's Bank is not just your local